Hi, it is Art Volo here again for the Consumer Electronics Show 1987 version. I'm with Ray Glasser from Cleveland, and we're going to have a good time reviewing some of the best stuff that we see here at the show. And what we see, you'll see too. So it'll be Ray, it'll be me a little, and a lot of what we see here at CES 87.
Hi there, this is Ray Glasser once again at the Sony booth at the summer version of the Consumer Electronics Show. And we're going to be showing you real quickly two new beta format VCRs that are out from Sony that will be hitting the market this summer. The first one is a new Super Beta VCR, the SL300. The main new feature on this machine is a built-in color corrector. It's a little switch right down here that has 3 positions to correct the color of tapes that are dubbed repeatedly. Over here is a little card showing you a blurb about the machine. This will not be a real expensive VCR. It's a low-end machine. It's got a low number on it. But it does have your Super Beta high picture quality. Over here is its companion in hi-fi. This is the SL-HF350, which is the same thing minus the color corrector, but it is a Beta hi-fi machine. It's a low-end machine. It is cable ready. Beta hi-fi super high-end audio. Up here is a machine that came out earlier in 1987 that we did an entire tech report on, matter of fact. This is the top of the line, the SL-HF1000. This is the first Sony Beta to have flying erase heads for picture-perfect edits. It's also got a built-in character generator and a frame counter and lots of good features. This is a high-end video files VCR. Here's some controls back here and a little push-button drawer that opens up over here for all your editing. This is the remote controller that comes with the machine, with the 1000, with no less than 63 buttons, switches, and even a remote jog and shuttle dial on the machine. What you're looking at now is the biggest breakthrough in picture quality for Beta since Beta was introduced in 1975. ED Beta is the word. ED stands for extended definition, and this is an extremely high quality picture pioneered by Sony and the Beta format to give you 500 lines of horizontal resolution. Down here is a prototype machine with the huge ED Beta logo on it, which gives you your high-quality playback. Now, this does take a new type of Beta tape with metal oxide, metal particle oxide, kind of like the 8mm videotapes. So it will not be completely compatible with today's regular Beta machines. But the quality you can get from this machine will surpass that of broadcast standards. We're still in the Sony booth, folks. We couldn't leave yet without showing you the new Handycam Pro, the CCD V9, which is the updated version of their Handycam 8mm recorder. Here we are, and what you're looking at is the new Handycam Pro by Sony. This is another one of the 8mm VCRs, camera recorders that they have on the market. This will be out later on this year. What makes this thing is so nice, it goes down to 5 lux. That's like half of a foot candle is all the light that's required to make this thing work. It's got a built-in counter on here for hours, minutes, and seconds. All kind of nice little controls. It's got controls on top for your tape transport. It has electronic viewfinder. Got more controls over here with audio and video in and out right on the machine. It's a trick in slow motion by using the advanced and variable shutter speed on the CCD V9. Isn't that incredible? What you're looking at is the CC V9 scanning. And as it's trying to focus on that fan and changing the shutter speed, you can actually stop. Look at that. You can actually stop that thing and go 1 frame at a time. Let's see. Is this how it works? And get that thing in stop motion. That is a 1/2000th shutter speed. That's 1/2000th of a second. And that, as you might be able to see, that fan actually does say Sony on it. Most video cameras cannot stop a fan in motion like that. With an ultra high-speed shutter, you can do it.
audio bit. Be easier. Kind of fight the crowd.
We don't have any antennas yet.
That, right there. Yeah. It's about what that beta machine you saw last year.
Really?
That type of plastic case. Right over there. Okay. Except it's smaller.
You're able to see the distortion and things like that easier. You see less.
We are now in the Panasonic booth, obviously, where we're looking at a lot of TVs and mirrors. That should come out pretty good. Panasonic has 2 or 3 neat things here that we're going to be showing you. For one thing, they're showing off their first Super VHS VCR, as well as a VCR that reads barcodes. Let's look at them right now.
Video system provides a look into the future of video entertainment. For those who wish to stay in touch with the latest technological advancements made in the consumer electronics industry, the SVHS video system offers picture quality that surpasses both TV broadcast signals and conventional video product standards for resolution and clarity. SVHS technology features carrier frequency recording of 5.4 megahertz, up from the 3.4 figure typical of conventional VHS systems. There's also a narrower head gap than with conventional VHS machines, and a luminance and color separation process, which helps to eliminate color and dot interference from your picture. The SVHS system also makes use of an ultra-fine grade iron oxide tape. The result of these innovations is the ability to record and play back images with more than 400 lines of horizontal resolution. In fact, the system's capabilities are so advanced that it is necessary to utilize an SVSC compatible high-resolution TV or monitor to fully appreciate the results. In addition, there's good news for those video enthusiasts already possessing a substantial library of standard VHS cassettes. Despite the numerous variations and improvements made in the conventional VHS design, the new SVHS system, soon to be made available in our home deck, as well as our compact and full-sized camcorder lines, is able to play back your standard VHS cassettes without the need for an adapter. Just insert and play as you always would. Of course, only SVHS tapes recorded on the new system will give you the dramatically improved picture quality of SVHS.
You're watching Sleepcore. Pleasant dreams.
Oh, hi. We're so glad you could make it. Honey.
Oh, hi. Come on in. Make yourself comfortable.
So, you've just gotten your Web TV Plus internet receiver from Philips Magnafox, and you're ready to set it up.
Well, before you do, we'd like to introduce you to some of the exciting things you can do with Web TV Plus. For instance, we'll introduce you to email and show you how to use it to communicate with friends and family.
And we'll also show you how you can explore the internet and use it to find exactly what you're looking for.
And we'll tell you how Web TV Plus can make watching your TV more interesting and more fun.
You know, it's a lot to cover, so we'll just introduce you to some of the highlights. For help with the details, you'll find guides and a quick reference card in the box with your internet receiver.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy watching while we show you how you can get the most out of Web TV Plus.
Web TV Plus brings you 2 worlds to explore. A web world where you'll find the internet and email, and a TV world where you'll find features that will make watching TV more convenient and more interesting.
That's right. Each world has its own home page, TV Home and Web Home. Web Home is your starting point for exploring the internet and sending email.
Our daughter Shannon is away from home for the first time at college, and email makes it easy for us to stay in touch with her. That's been really important to us. In fact, email has brought us closer to all our family and our circle of friends.
And with the 6 email accounts that come with every Web TV Plus subscription, everyone in the family can have their own email address.
It's great to send and receive messages with anyone around the world from the comfort of our own living room. And with this optional wireless keyboard, I can sit right here on the couch and write my email messages.
Take a look over there. You see that red light on the front of the Philips Web TV Internet receiver? It means we have messages waiting.
To pick up messages and also to send mail, you just go to the mailbox from Web Home. For sending messages, I've created my own personal address book, and so can you. That way, you don't have to remember everyone's email address.
Yeah, now that's handy. You know, with Web TV Plus, we've not only been able to stay closer with our friends and family, we've also discovered a whole new group of friends. People out there who share our interests. It's easy. You just go into Community and look for Chat. In Chat, you can communicate with people on just about any topic that interests you. In fact, try the new to Web TV chat room. You'll find other people like you who are just getting started using Web TV Plus. You might even run into me.
Now, that would be an experience.
Web TV Plus makes it easy to use the internet. You'll be amazed. Anything and everything imaginable is at your fingertips, from gardening to investment tips. You name it. I like to keep up with the latest news myself.
Personally, I love to shop on the internet. It's made finding birthday gifts a whole lot easier. I can find authors, read reviews, and buy the books I want right from the comfort of our sofa.
And we use the internet to help our son Eric with his school reports. We've had a great time as a family using Web TV Plus to make learning fun.
Web TV is really helping with his grades, and we've learned a few things ourselves.
It's true. Web Home also has a feature called Web TV Centers that give you information on a whole variety of topics.
Web TV centers give you information right from Web Home about things like news, sports, entertainment, and shopping. And it's all updated throughout the day. There are also recommended websites in each of the centers. If you want to find places to go on the internet, but you're not sure where to find them, just use search. I'm interested in planning a trip to Hawaii, so I can search using a keyword like Hawaii. Or search for websites by category, such as travel. In no time, you'll get websites related to your topic of interest.
If you already know a website on the internet you want to visit, and you have its web address...
You know, those things that start with www?
Exactly. Then just type in the web address. Now, I like to keep up with the hockey playoffs, and so does our son. Now, when you find a website you want to visit often, save it as one of your favorites. That makes it easy to go back to that website anytime you want.
And while we're talking about the internet, isn't there a favorite feature you'd love to tell us about, Jeff?
Oh, yeah. TV window. Watch this. With Web TV Plus, when you're on the internet, you can watch TV at the same time. This way, I can stay on top of the latest sports news and statistics without missing any of the action.
Let's move from Web Home to TV Home. When you're in Web Home, TV Home is just a press of a button away. After you sign up for Web TV, you'll start out on your TV homepage whenever you turn on your receiver. It's the starting point for all of the TV features.
You can see the program you're currently watching in the center window, and around it, there's more program information about the show.
Just change the channels, and you'll always know what's on, even during commercials.
When you've found a program that you want to watch, you can go full screen, then just kick back and enjoy the show.
Let's take a look now at how to find the TV programs you want to watch. TV Listings gives you a week's worth of programming to help with your viewing and planning. The green listings are what's currently on. The blue listings show what's on later today and for the week ahead.
When you find something you might want to watch later, you can get more information about it. Hey, honey, there's that movie we've been wanting to see.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Oh, we're not going to be home when it comes on. But why don't we record it?
Great idea. You see, you can have Web TV Plus automatically program your VCR right from the program information page. You can even have Web TV Plus remind you when a program is about to start. Whether you're on the internet or already watching television, Web TV lets you know that the program is about to air.
Now, see that letter I? It means an interactive television link. Whenever you see the eye, it indicates that there's more to this program than meets the eye. When you select it, you might be offered more information about the show or the ability to interact with the program. I recommend you select the eye when you see it. You never know what great things you'll find.
So you've seen some of the cool things you can do with Web TV Plus, and it's really simple to use once you get started.
But along the way, if you have questions, help is there when you need it. Right from Web Home, you can find the Help feature. It'll answer your questions and give you step-by-step instructions.
Now you're ready to hook up your new equipment, sign up for the Web TV Plus service, and get started.
In the box your Web TV Plus internet receiver came in, you'll find some helpful guides.
The quick setup guide will walk you through setting up your internet receiver.
Your guide to using Web TV Plus will give you specific instructions on how to use the features we've shown you today and more, so you can get the most out of your experience.
And keep the quick reference card handy. It's got some great tips and some of the most popular websites to visit.
The important thing is to take your time. We've only begun to show you the kinds of things you can do with Web TV Plus. As you begin to use it, you'll find out there's a lot more to discover. So have fun.
Oh, and don't forget to write.
We'll see you on the internet.
You're watching Sleepcore, media for insomnia.
Las Vegas begins now.
The world is here to see the latest technology. Tonight, the Consumer Electronics Show is underway. 110,000 people, maybe more, are here tonight just for the show. Good evening, I'm Michael Gieser. It's a huge convention drawing people from around the world, and tonight the convention goers have mostly gone to their rooms for the night, but News 13's Dave Malkoff was there for the grand kickoff, and he joins us live from the convention center with a tour of the show. Dave?
Well, Michael, this is the pinnacle of technology, CES 2001. There are so many cool gadgets in there, like this little James Bond-like disc that holds a ton of information, but that is just the tip of the iceberg of all the new gadgets for 2001. CES 2001, the busiest spot in town, a place where people come from all over the globe to check out the latest technology, like this little disc with some big potential.
This will hold about 800 pictures. If it's MP3 music, it'll hold 11 hours of MP3 music. Two sides of the disc will hold an entire movie. You can combine your pictures with music and data because this one disc works in all devices and everything can be recorded to data play.
If you go to CES, you expect to be wowed by the sights and sounds, but the smells?
The way it works is you'll be buying a hardware peripheral that plugs into your PC, and you'll be surfing on the net, or you'll be doing some e-commerce, and you click on a smell that you want to smell, and it delivers a personal smell to you.
You heard right, smell-o-vision.
We'll be able to create scent tracks for a movie, so you have a totally immersive experience in a movie, sight, sound, and smell.
Another cool technology coming out this year is satellite radio, but this is different from whatever you've heard before. This is something you can actually receive nationwide while you're driving around in your car. It works two ways. Your car will pick up a satellite signal while you're driving around out in the boonies, but when you get into the city, it will use a local network to pick up the same exact station worldwide.
We are basically going to revolutionize the world of radio. We're going to bring back excitement into the radio.
And that's basically the point of CES, all good things through technology. The show runs through Tuesday, CES 2001, but if you are not coming down from the show, you may want to avoid this area because there are 110,000 people in town for the show, and it's going to be a madhouse around the convention center.
I don't know about smell-o-vision for a few things like sporting events for one, but where can we see more from home?
Well, that's a good question because we are putting together a web exclusive story for this. It will be about 10 minutes. You will see all of what's inside there. Well, basically what we could put together in 10 minutes on YourInsideLasVegas.com. That's a web exclusive. In a couple days we'll have that on there.
Yeah, that'll be fun. All right, Dave, thanks a lot.
It's probably the strangest cafe you'll ever log on to, and it gives a whole new meaning to the word bite. Sandwiched in between the cappuccino machine and the chocolate chip cookies is a cluster of computers connected to the World Wide Web. The Big Surf Cyber Cafe in Detroit's swank suburb of Birmingham was the brainchild of Bob Pulte. The successful home builder had been wanting to open a coffee shop, but he was looking for something different.
So this buddy of mine, Dan Barron, who is a computer wizard, we commonly call him our geek, he came up with this catch that in order to draw people to the coffee shop, we have to give them something that'll entice them to come in other than good coffee. And what we wanted to do was this internet stuff.
Our linkages that we had...
That twist turned out to be the Birmingham Information Group, or BIG. Pulte and his partner Mike Walsh have carved out their own drag strip on the information superhighway. So what is this place? A coffee shop? An office? An art gallery? I guess it's really all those things.
Exactly.
For example, these paintings on the walls were done by the same artists who created the group's homepage.
Let's see what's at the art museum.
For $10 an hour, customers can roam the freeways and back roads of the World Wide Web. Those who know the ins and outs easily race through cyberspace on high-speed data lines. And for newcomers, there's plenty of help available.
But if you want to be more specific than that, once the image clicks down, we can click on to the region and get a better understanding of what's going on.
BIG's full-service marketing company also offers their expertise for businesses to access the world's newest advertising media.
Food's good, too.
Terry Phillips, CBS News, Birmingham, Michigan.
There is a new culture in the capital, and it isn't identified by race, religion, or tradition. It's identified by bits and bytes. The culture of the so-called computer geek is a force to be reckoned with. The stereotype may be one of a nerdy academic with a pocket protector, but today's elite computer techies are motivated, skilled, and thanks to high demand, well paid. CJOH's Derek Miller explores the new, cool world of computer geekdom.
Jason Kopp will probably both impress and frustrate you in the next few moments. Impress you because at only 22 years old and no university degree, he has a great paying job, a house, a new car, and a cool place to work. He'll frustrate you probably for those same reasons.
If I'm referred to, I'm usually referred to as a geek. It's not complimentary.
Jason works at Digit Interactive, a company which develops and sells web pages. He's considered a Swiss Army knife, a guy who can do many jobs and keep the company on the leading edge. He's known computers since he was 6. In fact, when I boldly asked him about his first time, there was no hesitation.
Wouldn't have been more than probably 6 or 7, and I was at my grandparents' in the States. That would have been my VIC-20.
With a car, house, and a good salary, he has what people in their 40s and 50s aspire to. Listen how his resume impressed our 40-ish cameraman.
I was just going to say, do you want to kill him or will
I? If you think we've now gone to a pool bar, you're wrong. This is Jason's office, equipped with a pool table, a stereo, and a beer fridge. For Friday afternoons, of course. The reason why?
The people that we hire are talented and in demand, and if they don't like it here, they're going to go somewhere else.
Phil Hogarth is Jason's boss. He knows that the most sought-after computer whizzes are like Jason, very young, very computer savvy. So the office reflects Jason and his young peers. Cubicles have been replaced with comfy rec room-like furniture, a fake fireplace hokey enough to be cool, and even a Kentucky Fried Christmas album. Very cool for workers too young to shave and who look more high school than high tech.
They have a culture, and I think to a large extent, companies hiring today have to take that into account to get and keep good people.
Some might call Jason a geek, but he gets the last laugh as he skips from work, drives away in his $30,000 car to his new $140,000 home. And knowing when his company grows, so does his salary. Digit has grown about 1,000% in the last 4 years.
I am about as happy as I could be.
So why are computer geeks so hot? Well, strip away the unhip suit and tie stereotype, and you'll find something high-tech companies need very badly: skill, energy, and profits. Computer geeks haven't changed, but they're now so valuable that employers will pay them what they want and let them dress any way they want.
It's groovy, I guess.
Ottawa's non-linear creations takes the young office culture to the extreme. Music is always playing. Average age, 24. The place drips with creativity.
You feel like you're a part of the company, not just sort of a digit in cubicle 10.
Glenn is a veteran at 25.
Chris is about 26, and Danielle is 32, I think. So
he's way old.
He's way old, yeah, way old. Completely he's older than the partners.
Nonlinear is an internet marketing agency. It custom designs web pages. Workers here are loose, relaxed, motivated. Even the hiring process is a young person's dream. In Glenn's case, instead of an interview, his future bosses took his resume and left him at a bar with a wad of cash.
They came back, they said, okay, if he didn't buy any beer, then we can't hire him. And if he bought too much beer, then we can't hire him either. I had a court. It's just enough. Interview went well, and I'm here now, so it's great.
Nonlinear has created something called a buzz. Young techies know it's a cool place to work through word of mouth. When the employees go to a club, like they do most weekends, they are dancing ambassadors. Robin Fife target markets them, selling very high-end lofts, usually spared for doctors and lawyers.
They have the money, they have the resources. They're the type of people who come into our model suites, our decorated model suites, and they want to buy the apartment as is. They want to buy it complete with the furniture, the appliances, the art on the walls. They don't seem to have time to go shopping.
Ironically, many of his clients have no credit and can't get mortgages, but even they get the last laugh. One client couldn't get a loan, so he bought a $250,000 home in cash. Finally, if you're wondering why computer geeks have such lauded status now, it's simple: recruitment. The world is vacuuming up workers like Glenn and Jason, willing to throw a lot of money and toys at them to lure them away. You'll notice I mentioned Jason's last name just once. His boss asked that I not use it so he wouldn't get recruited. Derek Miller, CJOH News.
You're watching Sleepcore. Sleep tight.
Next on Tech TV News, Napster says it's willing to pay to play, but will consumers stay loyal? Wall Street gets hit by inflation jitters and investors dump big-name tech stocks, but will the Fed come to the rescue? NASA is developing technology that may send you out of this world. Tech TV News starts now. Hello, I'm Victoria Racano. This is Tech TV News. Topping our show, Napster negotiators toss a $1 billion offer on the table. And if you're wondering where the money is coming from, just take a look in the mirror. The file sharing service is waiting for further word from the courts as to its future. But Napster now says it wants to settle its copyright disputes, paying $150 million a year to major labels, $50 million to independents. Napster says most of the cash will come from a subscription fee. Under a basic plan, members may be charged anywhere from $2.95 to $4.95 a month for a limited number of downloads. A premium plan would cost $5.95 to $9.95 a month for unlimited transfers, and it may charge an additional fee for users who want to transfer the files to their own compact discs. First response from the record industry: this is an offer they can refuse. Napster's announcement leaves a lot of questions unanswered. The biggest one: will it work? Tech TV's Greg Lefebvre begins our team coverage.
How does a company that makes no money now convert itself into a world-class corporation with a $200 million per year royalties bill? Not easily. Napster's pricing plans of $3 to $5 per month for basic service and up to $10 for unlimited service is a giant leap of faith. Up to now, their users have been getting music for free. But it might not be so far off. Do the math. If 6% of Napster's 50-plus million users choose to pay, Napster could break even, assuming 10% choose the unlimited downloads plan at $10 and the rest do the minimum of $5 per month. And Napster partner Bertelsmann is betting on this. According to a study by WebNoise, 70% of Napster users would pay some subscription fee.
Consumers have voted with their, with their mouse clicks, if you will, and have said that they love the Napster value proposition. They love being able to get all the world's music at their fingertips anytime they want.
In Napster's favor, it's got the brand name and recognition. It's got the clout. So far, backing by music giant Bertelsmann. It's got the momentum. Tens of millions of users use and trust it.
The content owners of the music need to find a way to provide and meet that demand in a way that's reasonable to the consumers, because otherwise the consumers will find a way, another way to get at the content. If Napster were to shut down.
Or if Napster shuts off the free spigot. Technology, the spirit, and the history of the internet tell you that the moment Napster puts a meter on the music, someone else will build a road around it. Greg Lefebvre, Tech TV News.
Napster fans have mixed opinions about the settlement offer and the possibility they'll soon pay to download music from the service. Tech TV's Nikki Searles has been out on the street, in cyber cafes, and in music stores finding out what people think. Nikki.
Well, Victoria, now that Napster is talking seriously about charging users, many of the fans are starting to come around. The bottom line is that they want to see the company stay alive, and many figure, hey, for a couple of bucks or even $10 if that's what it's going to cost, it's worth it. However, naturally, there are always some who disagree.
I can't take it, y'all. I can feel the city breathing.
Pay for Napster? Some say no way. Others say, why not?
I think it should be free like the internet.
I think you ought to pay for it. You have to pay for everything else. That's all it does when you play something.
Ted Barnett is a longtime Napster fan who's not too upset about hearing that he might have to pay. In fact, though he's used the service a lot, he feels that the artists deserve a fee. And for him, Napster isn't the only way he gets music. He still buys the CDs. Napster is just a way for him to figure out what songs he likes.
So you're a Napster user?
Yeah, for about probably 8 months or so. I've been using it, probably at least once a week.
And you willing to pay for it?
Yeah, I'd pay, I've thought about that. I'd probably pay as much as $9, $10 a month, something like that.
Napster said it would use the fees to pay record companies $1 billion, but the industry has yet to accept. On the one hand, what you have is Napster and its fans saying that this works, and the company ought to be allowed to stay together. But on the other hand, the recording industry said as recently as yesterday that Napster should accept the court decision and move on. In reaction to the news, Hillary Rosen, president of the Recording Industry of America, said, Napster has had 1 year since the filing of this lawsuit, and it is unfortunate that Napster still has not developed a legitimate system that protects the interests for both consumers and creators. But even some in the music industry say maybe this is what they're looking for.
As an artist, I really would like for people to buy my records and buy them at the store.
I think that the industry should leave Napster alone. I think Napster should exist and be able to I think people should be able to trade music freely over the internet if they want.
Do you worry it's costing you money?
I'm already rich. What am I supposed to do with more money?
Thanks,
I think that music should be free to everybody.
This whole system is designed for the home player in mind. Okay, we have 3 systems that are synchronized with one another, and as you can see, these players are playing the same exact game, and the players that are next to them are in their game.
they're playing against the player, so they're actually seeing each other through the headpieces, and they're actually firing at each other and running behind places to try to get away from the other person.
That is correct.
And it's really very comfortable. I was sitting there a few minutes ago. Now, the way you have this set up, it's set up with the chair and speakers. You can actually feel it around you.
Yes, all the sound effects only come through the seat, and all the mids and the highs and the actual music comes through the headset. So you're immersed in sound.
And of course it's virtual reality.
Oh yes it is.
Virtual reality. Now you set all of this up, and we're talking right now with Chris Crawford. How do you go about putting a piece like this together? You set the idea up and you have it working.
Right. It's pretty simple. It's just a standard computer system. You just load the games onto the hard drive, and you set up the glasses and the seat to it by connecting it to the video card and the sound card, and you just play the game.
Now you're telling me that you can play with people in other parts of the country or the world with this.
That's right.
Now how would that work?
All you do is you call the online system and you agree to meet in the game connection arena. You agree on a game, and then you just go right into the game and play. You can place anyone from California to Florida to Iowa at the same time in the same maze, and having a lot of fun doing it.
Now you can also send messages over this. You can type the message in.
Right. All you got to do is press a certain key on the keyboard, either the T key to talk to everyone or the color of the person's uniform, and you can talk to them privately. So if you want to gang up on somebody, you can do that too.
You can say, well, let's sneak up on blue.
Exactly. Wow. What's going to happen in the next couple of years is they're going to have voice support, so you can actually talk to someone. So if you're playing a flight game, you can actually talk to your wingman while you're flying against them, or you can taunt them, say, come on and get me. I'm right here.
You were telling me that you could actually put this into a group of people. It doesn't just have to be 3, it could be 4 or 5.
Well, this type of game here supports 4. There's also a flying game we have called Descent, which is in 3D, that you can support up to 8. The newer games that are coming out now, like Tech War, for example, support 16 at one time.
Wow. And they were also, on their headpieces, there are 3 different buttons. I think what does that enhance the depth of the picture that you're looking at?
Actually, the displays themselves, you can use them with a television set. There's a setting for standard. Also, there's a setting for 3D1 where you have the signal starting on the right eye and then going to the left. That's how it works. It's a stereoscopic image, just like your eyes.
Oh, and of course, all of this is Cybernet online. Now, you set them up in people's homes. How does that actually work?
Yes, a person can use their ordinary home PC, and then they just buy the VR helmet, and they buy the seats, and they can use their own PC. And then they can have virtual reality and call into our modem, our BBS, and they can play against other players right over their own telephone line.
Now, we're speaking with Chris Horton. Now, do people actually have these in their homes? I mean, it's a beautiful... I was sitting in one a little while ago, and it was so comfortable, and it feels like you're right there.
Right, we're having a Doom 2 tournament, and the winner of the tournament this weekend gets their own Thunder seat.
Oh, so is that right? You sit there, but see the way you have that rigged up, you have a big, a woofer or something underneath?
There's a woofer that's in the bottom of the seat, and the woofer gives all the bass, and then all the highs and the music come through your ears and the headphones.
Oh, my gosh. So this is really, it looks like, like you were telling me earlier, you don't have to just look at the screen. Now you can get into it.
Right. This puts you right in the middle of the action. Instead of watching a monitor, you're immersed in it.
And it's something that you can get really lost in, because while you're sitting there playing, you can go down corridors. There are all kinds of people coming out, to try to attack you.
Yeah, it's also very affordable because people already have their own personal computer, and all they need is just the virtual reality parts that we sell.
And what was the reaction like for people, who were coming through last night? Last night was the opening night here.
People were so excited. The kids were playing. We had little kids that they were looking all over the place, and their parents were like, "Are they okay?"
Excellent. Well, a few minutes ago we were looking around. My crew here was talking, and they said that these guys were so enjoying themselves so much that they wanted to sit back down. They made my crew get up. But it looks like they have lots of fun, and these are just some of the things that you can see at the Personal Computer and Electronics Expo, which will be here at the Coliseum through Sunday. Now we'll go back to you at the station.
All right, Ken Grimall, thanks.
It's probably a rude awakening to come out of that virtual reality stuff.
You have to face actual reality, and that's not always as exciting.
Questionable.